quick explanation on how to hold the guitar in hand position for the beginners and people that maybe have been playing but want to up their game and start practicing more with the system. Anyways, the most important thing is sit on a flat chair. You don't want to scoop because your back will get tired and you'll give in and stop practicing. And the other part is having this, the face of the guitar, perpendicular to the floor, if you think of it as a plane. You can tip back slightly, but if you really lean back, and a lot of guitarists do because they're trying to see their hand, you're twisting the wrist, bending and putting stress on the tendons, and that makes it harder to play. The other important thing, get used to practicing putting it up on your left leg. If you're a right hand, obviously the other way around. I have my foot up on a box, but I usually use a footstool that they sell specifically for that. You can pick them up on Amazon or at your music store for about $12, $15. And then you can get this position. You always want the guitar neck angled up. You can have it a little bit more down, but if you're going straight out or especially down, you're bending your wrist a lot, and it's going to make it hard to get clean chords, and it's just putting stress on the tendons. We want our hands free to move. Okay, so foot up, guitar neck up in the air, the plane of the face of the guitar perpendicular to the floor, and then to get your hand positions, let's maybe at the 5th fret, put your 1st finger, then 6th fret, 7th fret, and 8th fret, the 4 fingers, and put your thumb behind the middle finger, let's see if I can put it, way in back of the neck, not wrapped around, in the middle of the back of the neck, really relaxed. Now, you don't always have to hold it that way, and you're going to see a lot of your favorite players doing all kinds of things, but it works for their style. It's not a universal, it's not a complete position to have a complete technique. Anyways, so my thumb's behind my middle finger, and that's opening up and putting space between the fingers. And that means they're ready to go, and they're right over the frets that they're going to play. Now, the right hand, you want to put your thumb to get a position. You don't always keep it here. And even if you're going to play with a pick, you would get your hand in this same position. Thumb on the 6th string, index on the 3rd, middle on the 2nd, ring on the 1st. And then you have your hand, and you keep your arm and wrist straight. Then you have your hand in place, okay? Now it can move backwards and forward. Up here would be sweeter tone, dulce, back here metallic. And you'll be able to move easily. The other thing is, don't plant your finger hard on the guitar. Now, I know some styles do that, but they're not changing their tone ever. And also, it makes it hard to string skip, especially if you're using a pick. So, many people do everything wrong and are fantastic, right? But if you are going to be a solo guitarist, you're going to accompany your own melodies. You won't be able to do it with a bad position, or it'd be very difficult. Johnny Cash might be tipping like this, but he's only playing a couple chords and everything was about his songs and his voice. So those are the main points, and being relaxed, sitting on a flat chair, playing of the guitar perpendicular with the floor, the neck up, so your arm goes up and down the neck without bumping into your body. For instance, if I had on this leg, before I get halfway up the neck, my elbow bumps into my body and restricts my movement. Getting your fingers down with your thumb behind your middle finger, right hand right over the strings perfectly. And then the same would be with a pick.